Dating in Bangkok isn't always straightforward, so tonight we're answering your questions on dating, relationships, and everything else you need to know before you get involved with a special someone here in Thailand. What is up, guys, and welcome back to the One Night in Bangkok podcast. If you guys are new here, my name is Eric. I come all the way from Boston, USA, and I've been here in beautiful Thailand for 5 years now. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I've got so many cool people and places and stories I want to share with you, and I don't want you to miss anything. And if you're traveling here soon, we have a private Facebook group where we can give advice on where to go, what to do, how to get set up here, and we also kind of pitch ideas on what events we're planning and other things like that. So I'll put the link for the Facebook group down below. If you want to listen to the audio-only version, maybe while you're driving or you're at the gym or you're at work, we've got those on Apple and Spotify podcasts. I'll put that down below as well. And we've got the new One Night in Bangkok Clips channel on YouTube. So if you don't have time for the full 1 hour long episodes and you just want some short, fun clips throughout the week, you can go subscribe on the Clips channel. Lastly, if you're having a good time with us, if you appreciate us putting these episodes together and answering your questions, buy us a coffee, buy us a drink down below. The channel has been growing so fast. We appreciate your support and we can't wait to keep growing it with you. So tonight we are answering all of the questions that you guys sent in, all about dating and relationships in Thailand. It's not always a simple topic. Some of your questions were really interesting. So I saved a bunch of them on here, and we're just going to go right down the list and answer as many as we can. We got so many questions. Honestly, a lot of the questions weren't even as much, I think, about dating in Thailand. It was just kind of about dating in general. So I didn't take as many of those. I wanted the questions to be more geared towards what it's like dating here.
Yeah.
So let's get started. So before we even jump into the questions, I want to read this comment that was on one of our Instagram reels, and I believe it's by a Thai woman. Yeah, it's by a Thai woman. And it was the reel where Paul Lee I asked him, what's it like dating an American woman compared to a Thai woman? And he kind of talked about a lot of the things he likes better about dating Thai women. Mm-hmm. And this person left a very interesting comment, and I was hoping, Erin, you could help translate it because she wrote it in Thai. But can you read what she said, or what it means, what the message means?
In like the comment in Thai.
Yeah, can you just translate it
to English? She said she's not surprised because the way that like Thai women and like Western women, we grow up like different. She say Western women more like independent, confident, like very confident to speak, to do things, and like no need to beg any man to do something for her. But in the same time, Thai women will be like a little bit shy and like to treat you, be a good housewife, take care of everything like cooking, something like that. But if you look at the Western women, you cannot find something like it, like Thai women.
But she used a certain phrase I saw, something about an elephant.
Yeah. So, in Thai culture, before we said like, the man is like the elephant with the front feet. Like you're the leader of the family. You're the person who take care, and women just need to stay home.
What's the phrase in Thai?
ช้างเท้าหน้า ผู้ชาย the man is a ช้างเท้าหน้า.
It's like the man is the front legs of the elephant.
Front legs of the
and
elephant.
It's like the woman follows.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really interesting way to describe the relationship dynamics with
but
Thai women.
It's in the past. But now I think Thai women more like independent and like can take care of herself.
Okay. So let's get it started. Daredevil says, which is the most popular dating site in Thailand? And Sebi, I think that's his name. He says, which is the go-to dating app in Thailand?
I have discussed this with my friend already.
So I want to say right off the bat, a lot of these questions, the answers can vary a
Yeah.
little bit, depending on who you are, how old you are. Do you look like a model, or do you maybe look like you could hit the gym? Like, it really depends on a few factors. So I'll try to answer it in a general way, but just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So what do you think for dating apps or websites?
Dating app.
Yeah.
So I don't use it anymore, but my friends like use many dating app right now. So she say what she recommend for now would be Bumble. If compare like could be Tinder or Bumble, but now she prefer Bumble more. She said this app is pretty categorized, like very pretty good profile of the man, and like we can choose which man that we really interested. I don't know what kind of algorithm that they use, but my friend said it's much better than Tinder.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure back when I was on these apps, like a few years ago, they were almost the same exact people on both apps.
Oh, really?
So I think whether you choose Tinder or Bumble, I think those are probably the two biggest ones. The one that people always talk about, I hear, is Thai Friendly. I've never heard a good story come out of Thai Friendly.
Yes.
So I don't know. I think maybe Thai Friendly, if you're older, maybe, but I don't know.
So there are mostly my friend use almost every app. So Tinder, Thai Friendly, 1010. Do you know 1010?
No.
Bumble. And she said the way that she prefer Bumble more because on 1010 it's more Chinese, like real Chinese. They don't speak English. They don't type anything in English. So she prefers something like American born Chinese, some Asian that can speak English. So Bumble is the right app for her.
Okay.
And she said good, like better profile of the man, which I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know, on Bumble, when you match with someone, the girl is the one that has to send the first message.
Yes.
Which it's good and bad. I think it's good because I think if a girl messages you, she's especially interested.
Yeah.
But also maybe she just won't message you. So there's that.
Just that.
All right. Jeremy James Kelvin says, where do you find good girls who don't drink or party? Well, not in a bar or a nightclub. That's for sure. So, and by the way, I want to say, if a girl drinks, I don't think that's necessarily a problem. I mean, if she has a drinking problem, then it's a problem.
Yes.
And if she's just going out like nonstop, then yeah, I get it. But just because like normal girls go out and have drinks.
Well, I'm thinking that if you want to find like, I'm not going to say like good girl, like, you know, the person who don't drink or don't party, it doesn't mean that she's like totally good girl. But if you're not going to live here for so long, if you just visit here just a very short time, you can just use dating app and just ask her like, are you like a party girl or like something like that? Because I would say the Thai girl here who don't drink or don't party that much, basically they're like office girl, right? And they just maybe don't know where to find or meet boyfriend or like new people on foreigner. They just use dating app. So I think dating app is still helpful for you to find a person who don't drink or party. But
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
mean that
agree.
she's totally good girl.
I've met a lot of good girls on dating apps that have been like office workers. They've got a lot going on, and you'll never see those girls out in a bar or a nightclub.
Yeah, they don't have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you're someone that feels comfortable approaching someone in person, if you hang out at cafes,
Yeah.
cafes are a great way to meet people, I think, because you can kind of see what they're doing during the day. Like if they're working on something, if they're remote working, or if they're working on a project, or you get to really kind of see what their life is like. If you meet
Yes.
someone at a bar when they're drinking, that kind of stuff is... So automatically that filters some people out. And then I'll give you another pro tip. If you're feeling adventurous...
Pro tip again.
Yeah, if you're feeling adventurous, go a little ways out of the tourist zone, of the foreigner zone. Go to like Udam Suk. Go to the market there. It's going to be 100% Thai people. And if you can make friends with some Thai people, even a group of people, I think that could be a great way to meet a lady, because there's zero competition out there, guys. So if you show up there, you're going to stick out probably in a good way.
Maybe learn a little bit Thai and then
learn a few words.
Yeah, I think it's better if you go to someone who like, I would say if they don't party, don't drink that much, like the way that they can communicate in English might like, I don't know, because mostly when you go out party, the girls mostly can speak English, right? But if you just like office like worker, it just may be hard for them to like get a chance to talk with friend.
Yeah, and actually, and I said this on a previous episode. I think one of the best ways to meet a so-called good girl in Thailand is not by dating apps, is not by nightclubs, but it's just by making friends with other people, other Thai girls.
Yeah.
So if you can make friends with, let's say, 3 Thai girls, or even 3 Thai guys, or even basically friends with anybody, those people are going to introduce you to so many other people that maybe then you could date.
Yeah.
So maybe try that.
Of course.
And kind of going along with that, we got a few questions recently with people saying like, oh, I don't really want to go out to the nightclub. Like, I'm new here. How can I meet people? And we recently got an email from a company called TimeLeft, and they're new in Thailand. They operate in Europe and a bunch of other cities, but they're new in Thailand. And they organize dinners for strangers. That's kind of how they put it.
Yes.
And the dinners have what, like 6 or 8 people?
Yeah, it could be 6 or 8, or it could be maximum 10 people.
Okay. And basically you go on the app, you take a short personality test, and then it matches you with a group of people for dinner. And they do the dinners on Wednesday nights at various restaurants. And afterwards, you could even go out for drinks with the group if you want. So, Ern, you went to this last night. So kind of walk me through, how did it work? Like, what was it like?
So I made a few quiz, and then they just show me like, okay, a group of like the people who are gonna hang out with you.
Yeah, because
like,
you did the quiz. What kind of questions did it ask you?
I don't really remember, but it's just like ask you about like a sense of humor. Are you introvert, extrovert, stuff like that? What you like? Just some simple quiz. And then it will show up the group of people who can hang out with you, show the nationalities, show the zodiac sign.
Oh, it shows it ahead of time in the app.
Yeah.
Who's going to be at the dinner?
Didn't show the name, but just the nationalities.
Oh, I see.
You're not gonna know, like, you cannot see the face first.
And just to be clear, this isn't a dating app. This is just
not.
like making friends, meeting new people.
Yeah.
So you went, so they arranged the dinner. And where was the dinner?
The dinner last night was at El Santo Mexican restaurant in Sukhumvit, because you can choose the area. Like you choose, if you choose Thailand, it show up Bangkok and Phuket.
Yeah, I think they just are starting in Phuket and Pattaya now. So by the time this goes up, they'll probably have it in a few cities.
Yeah, so I chose Bangkok, and you can choose the area. So I chose Sukhumvit because that's my favorite area. And yeah, in the next day, they will show you the location, where is a restaurant, what time you have to meet. And also they're going to have the drink. We're going to have the drink later.
Yeah, tell me about the dinner. So I think maybe they change the restaurants all the time. I don't know if they do it at the same restaurant every week, but you went to the Mexican restaurant last night.
Mexican restaurant.
And who was in the group? Like, how many people and where were they from?
So I have 6 people. I arrived, the first one, I'm Thai. And the second one, she is from Ukraine. A third one from UK. Fourth one also from Thailand. And then fifth one, Indonesia. And the last one from America.
Okay. And what was the breakdown of like men and women? How many men, how many women?
2 men.
Only 2 men.
Only
so
2 men.
It's funny because...
But like one man, he's gay.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like...
So I thought for sure...
Mostly girl.
Like I thought before you went on this, I kind of said to you, I think it's going to be a lot of guys. But no, it was the opposite.
Girls.
Yeah, it's the opposite. So interesting. Because someone also recently asked, like, where can I meet and hang out with foreigner women in Bangkok? And I honestly don't see them very often.
Yeah.
So... yeah, but this kind of thing sounds interesting for making friends. So you do the dinner, and what do you just talk about? Whatever.
So actually, on the app, they will have the ice-breaking questions, which you can press start and like do the questions and answer. Like, but we didn't use it because we arrive and then we just start to talk. I think the person who already signed up this is kind of a people who ready to talk to strangers.
Yeah.
Something like that. I was so nervous, but then, someone start talking. We start having conversation. So I told them there's something on the app. You can ask some question. And they said like, no, we don't need that. We can just go with the flow. Yeah. And I'm the youngest one. Mostly they're like 34, 30,
Yeah, they told me
30
it's not
plus.
it's not just for younger people, it's not just for older people, it's
Yeah.
for all ages.
Yeah, from like different jobs and but I don't know the algorithm how it's worked, but like the people that I met, they are just the energy. I think the same level.
Yeah, well, I think they're interested in meeting new people.
Yeah.
So it's good that they'll put you all in a room like that.
Yeah, like some like do about like content creator, like do fashion. Some do like social media marketing. Some is working in a Thai company for 11 years. So
Okay.
like so many.
And you
kind
took
of
some
job-
footage, so I'm gonna put it in here so people
Yeah.
can see it. So they do. It's not just your group. They have multiple groups going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe at different restaurants.
Different restaurant.
And then I heard that after dinner, you have the option to go to another place, a bar. All the different dinner groups can go to the same bar.
Yeah.
So last night it was at Iron Balls.
Iron balls.
Yeah. So everybody meets there, and they included like the first 10 people got a free drink or something.
We are the last group
Oh.
because we were taking shots at El Santo. They keep giving us shots, so we like okay, we are about to leave, but then like oh more shots. So we are the last group.
Yeah, I was
there.
nearby last night, so I just stopped by at the end, and I was surprised. It was really busy.
Yeah,
It was really busy.
Lots of people, and like oh you're from TimeLeft, and like you just start having conversation.
Okay. So if someone's coming to Thailand, or even if they live here and they want to meet new people, would you recommend this?
Yeah, I recommend because I'm also trying to find something like this. Like I want to meet new people, but not from dating app.
Yeah, and sometimes
Like-
what happens is you go to the same places,
Yeah.
you always just see the same people.
It's not easy that you can just like have dinner with new people. Like you need to make friend and like okay, let's have dinner. But this one is like provide everything, set the dinner, the time, whenever that you free, and then let's meet and having a good time together. So I think it's good
Got it.
for me who don't use dating app anymore. Yeah.
All right, guys, if you are in Thailand, if you're coming here and you want to try TimeLeft, like I said, it's new in Thailand. It's just been here like not even a few months.
Yeah.
So check it out at the link below. Let us know what you think. And who knows, maybe you'll see one of us there one of these days.
Random.
All right, so what is next on the list? This guy asked, what do Thai women look for in relationships, specifically with foreign men?
I think it's just normal. It's not that different. Like if you want to have a Thai boyfriend or like friend boyfriend, I think it's specific more about the experience, and you're not completely understand each other because of the language. That's make the relation interesting.
I think it's not even just the language, but it's the difference in culture.
Yeah,
And
culture.
I think you have to take a little bit of extra effort, both
Yes.
people, to understand each other.
I think that's what most of maybe Thai girl who like foreigner looking for in that relationship, like something we don't understand each other well, but it's fun, right? Yeah.
Clint says, where and how do you meet eligible women for a relationship?
Eligible
It means
women.
like, I guess he can mean it in a few different ways, but I think he means women that are single and they have their life together and they maybe have a good job or they
like
have
stable.
stable, yeah.
Oh. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think you can meet them anywhere. I think you can meet these people anywhere, but it's more about recognizing who is who when you come across them.
Yeah.
That when you live here for a while, you start to really understand that. You can see someone, the way they dress, the way they act, what they say, and start to gauge, is this someone that I really want to spend my time with, or is this not someone that's going to work out too well for me?
Might need to take time to see.
Okay. This is a good one for you, Ern.
What?
Juan says, why do Thai girls commit so fast? They want to be your girlfriend after meeting them for 2 weeks.
Commit too fast. You mean every girl? I don't think every girl.
So I've noticed that Thai girls, I don't know if it's an Asian thing, but I noticed definitely with Thai girls, it's very fast from first meeting to like being very close to each other. They want to be with you all the time. They want to move in, something like that. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's a family thing from growing up or?
No, I don't know. But it's just like, for me, I don't think it's something like weird or like it's too fast. It's just someone really like you and want something clear and just want to commit and have a serious relationship with. But at the same time, I also ask these questions with my friend, and my friend just asked me back like, why foreigner ask you like this? Like they don't want to have like serious relationship, or they just want to have fun and like don't want to commit with someone. That's the questions from Thai girls as well. I think like not every girls, but once she decided that okay, she wanna be serious with, so just like commit. It's fine. Like, you want something clear. You don't want to be like, okay, is he really like me?
Well, you moved in with someone after a week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think I understand what he's getting at because in the West, I think there's more of a slow build. It's like, okay, you meet, okay, you're talking, you're hanging out, okay, you're together more, and then, okay, we're going to take a big step and move in. But here it's like, I could meet you tonight and you're moving in tomorrow.
I mean, there are two types of Thai women. Like some women also like take times and like not gonna commit so fast. Sometimes it's foreigner that wanna commit with Thai women so fast. But in my opinion, for me, I don't think it's something bad that like, okay, you just move in and then you can get to know a real person and then you will see like pretty quick how it's like, is it gonna work or not?
Yeah, well, the risky part though is I've seen this happen. Like, let's say the girl moves in, maybe she gets rid of her apartment. Now her life starts to kind of become the same as yours. Now, if you break up, I've seen situations where the girl can't afford to move out.
I see.
Because she's kind of dependent on the guy.
Yeah.
So I've seen that kind of thing.
So next question, Calvin Lee, why young girls like older men for supporting them? I would say no need to be like just older.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it's something like masculine thing. Like we're not like force you to support us, but it's just something like you're a man, and then you also have an attitude that you need to provide or take care of women, which is really normal. And if you are in a relationship, you love each other, and if you want to support, so what's the problem, right? Like if you're in love with someone, you don't want to support them.
I know what he's getting at because you see a lot of these stories about older guys with these younger girls, but
it's just normal. It's relationship.
I think it's two things. First thing is that just older guys in general are more capable of supporting someone else because they're more established in their life. So a 25-year-old guy can't do that as easily as a 45-year-old guy. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, if you're an older guy, maybe you don't look as good as you did when you were younger. Maybe there's some other things that aren't as good, but you can make up some of those things with the money or the support or something like that. So I think in some cases guys use the money thing to make up, to compensate.
Yeah.
But I think you're right though. I think in some cases it's just,
and even my friends who is young, like same as my age, she really like older men. And
what's older?
I don't know, could
like
be
what age?
30, 40, like older than her. Or like if you're 50, if you're still good looking, that's okay. But it depends on the people. But my friends say the way she like older men because they're more stable, more experienced, and like if you are a young girl and if you want to find someone who ready to have a serious relationship, you're young, you don't want to just like sit around and you want to have serious relationships. So older men, for them, it's a good choice. Yeah, that's the reason. But in the way of support each other, it's just normal in the relationship. It shouldn't be a question.
Okay. So this person says, is it still customary to support your partner's family by giving money every month? This is a loaded question. We're going to break this down. He says, is it normal to support your girlfriend's family by giving money every month? What do you think?
It depends on your partner. If you're okay, if you feel like you want to support the family, it's fine. You want to just send. But for me, I would say as a girl, Thai girl, it's my responsible to take care of my family. Like my husband or my boyfriend, no need to help me with that. He might help with like, okay, give me some advice how to, do my job, whatever, if he had some more experience. But I feel like it's more my responsible. But in the same time, my friends also say that it's quite something culture because when you retire, like the retirement, you will get pay, right? Like how much in US? Do you know about that?
It depends.
It depends, but it's quite enough
it's more than Thailand.
Yeah, but it's quite enough for old people to live their life. No need to ask the money from
because in
from
Thailand,
their children anymore.
I didn't understand this before I came here. In Thailand, there's not really a retirement plan for the government.
Yes.
Number one, and also I've noticed that financial education is very low here.
Very low.
So generally, a family's retirement plan is the kids. The kids grow up, they go to work, and they help support the parents.
Actually, it depends on the career, the job that you work. For some person, if you're just a farmer, you work in a restaurant or whatever, and you're already 60, you retire, you get maybe 600 baht per month, like, for like old people. But if you work for like government, you might get a better benefits for you. So mostly not everybody work in like government thing, right? So that's why they're kind of expect their kids, their children to take care of them because the retirement pay it's not enough.
There was a phrase that came up on an earlier episode, and it was something like the money changing every month or like finding new money every month. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what does that mean.
Okay, it's like basically it's like, okay, I have the money for this month. I'm not going to worry about next month. Next month, I'll find new money.
Oh.
I don't remember the phrase.
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
I was like.
So kind of related to that, this gentleman, David, messaged me on Instagram. He says he's got a problem. We're going to help solve a problem.
All right, I'm ready.
David says, hey, Eric, I got a question. I've been dating a few Thai girls and just wanted to know if it's normal for them to have the conservative mentality that the guy needs to pay for everything. So already I'm going to correct something, but I'll continue. I remember listening to you say that as long as the girl is willing to share, that's good enough. But this girl that I'm really into, the chemistry is strong, but her mentality is just frustrating because she wants me to pay for everything. I respect that the guy needs to protect and provide, but she has an old school mentality with 21st century living behavior, and she just spends and spends and spends. I feel like you can't have the best of both worlds. Either you're conservative and live simply, or you're willing to spend, and that's fine, but you have to be willing to share the costs and carry some of the financial load. From your experience, are a lot of Thai girls like this, where they have a conservative mentality, but that blends with materialistic living? So first I want to just correct something. He keeps using the phrase conservative mentality. And I know what he means, but I'm not sure that's totally accurate way to put it. So basically what he's saying though, is that he's been dating some girls and he notices that they like to buy a lot of things and they expect him to be spending a good amount of money on them. And he wants to know if that's normal. I think if you ask a lot of guys this, they're going to say yes. But in my opinion, it depends on who you date because it's not normal for me.
That's not normal for me too.
Yeah. Like I've really never been dating with somebody that acts like this. And in fact, I normally see the opposite where even if they don't have a good job, we go to dinner, they want to pay sometimes. They try to pay. And I think like, oh, like, how can they pay? Like they're, I understand their situation, but just the fact that they try, the effort means something to me. So my advice to Dave would be that you're dating the wrong girls for sure. Also, I think when you meet these people, the expectation you set from the beginning is very important because if in the beginning you give in to a lot of these things, it's only going to get worse. But if you draw a hard line and you're willing to walk away, then I think you can totally avoid these kinds of problems. But for you, Do you think that it's normal for these girls to expect
That's
something?
not normal. I mean, um, even me or like the friends around me also talk about this, and we think if it's just like something like first date, of course we expect that okay, man gonna like treat us well, like pay everything, and if you want to share, it's just like okay, let's be friends. But once it comes to relationship, once you've been dating like for a long time, I think it's not normal. It's you should like responsible yourself. You should like share some time. Okay, if you pay for dinner, you should pay for a taxi, or, like something like that. Or sometimes you can even buy if your financial status like if you don't have that a lot of salary compared to your boyfriend, you can just buy some Thai food, street food, and like have a good time together, but not like expect him to pay for everything. Like, but it depends if that guy, like since the beginning, if he kind of show that I can be your sugar daddy or try to like whenever you want baby, give your black credit card, like let's use this because I have my friend who had a boyfriend like that. But if you start like that, you have to be like that forever. You cannot complain after that because you know what she likes. You know she expects to get so many expensive stuff. If you accept it since the beginning, so you need to accept it forever. No choice. But if you feel uncomfortable to stay with this girl, like you said, you're in love with her, but she's gotta use a lot of your money. So why you still stay? Get someone who you feel comfortable with. You maybe just fall in love with her face or whatever, but think about it again for a better life.
So going along with that, Dong says, how do you know if a Thai girl really likes you or if she's just after your money? I have a good test for this. If you go out at night, let's say, and you're trying to get a taxi, and you know how the taxis, they always want to negotiate the price. If she just gets in and she's like, it doesn't matter, let's go. Oh, it's like 300 baht, it's like 5 times the normal price. Oh, whatever,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. If she seems very careless with your money, that's a very bad sign.
Yeah.
The opposite of that is if you take a taxi and she wants to pay sometimes or for something like that, or if you go out to get a drink and she wants to pay for a drink, maybe she's not paying for everything, but
Like,
some little things here and there, that's a really good sign. So that's what I would look out for anyway. All right, now we've gotten to the earn section of the episode.
About me?
Cody Richardson says, can I meet Earn? With a little heart. And this other guy says, where is the best place to date Earn?
Oh.
Well, I don't know, guys. If you see our Instagram reels, we talk about where we like to go out. So maybe one of these nights you're
But
running
actually,
to Earn.
I don't party that much lately. You want to meet me or like go on a date? Well, I don't know. I need to know you first. I cannot say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a few messages, huh?
Tons of messages.
Yeah. Abel says, do Thai girls like Asian foreigners?
Yeah. Some they also like Asian foreigner. Like as I also asked my friend again because they like Asian foreigner, like ABC. That one, right? American born Chinese. They just love them.
I would say there's 3 categories.
Yep.
There's Thai women who say, I want to date Western foreigners.
Yeah.
There's Thai women that say, I really like Asian. Maybe Thai, maybe Chinese, maybe Japanese, something like that. And then there's some that are kind of in the middle that will go for both. But I find that the middle group is kind of the smaller one. I usually think that they have a preference for one or the other. And when you're here for a while, you can kind of tell just by looking at them, looking at their style, looking how they act, how they talk. You can kind of get a sense of which one they're more into.
You want to know the reason why they love American born Chinese?
Why?
My friend, again, her name is Mus. So she say the way that she love them because fall in love or like them because like you cannot totally like 100% speak their language, like origin language, right? Like Chinese, you cannot like, oh, okay, I'm a native speaker. So if they can speak English, it's better when you communicate. And the second would be they're Asian, like deep down, they know the culture. So when she went on a date, mostly American born Chinese, they like to treat you like feed you, carry the bag for you. While maybe Western probably like, okay, sometimes just walk and you walk after like, okay, you're gonna hold my hand or anything, or you're not you maybe don't want to carry the bag because you feel like, oh, this is not like man thing. But Asian people, they like to do that. Pull the chair for you, treat you like princess, but at the same time they can speak English. Some culture like Western culture also make the vibe it's balanced, like not that too Asian, not that too Western. So that's the reason why she or they love the Asian foreigner.
Okay. There you go, Abel. There are tons of girls here. They're like Asian guys. Kim says, dating bar girls, is it wise or just a money trap?
Wise? You mean is it
a smart idea?
Smart idea. I mean, if you think like bar girl is a bad girl for you, so just don't date them first. Like,
well, he's asking.
Is it wise if you can accept that she need to meet many guys every day, need to entertain people and get the money? If you can accept that, I mean, it's good because my aunt used to work as a bar girl, and she also met a guy, nice guy from, I'm not sure, I don't remember the country, so Norway, okay, and then they end up getting married. So it doesn't mean like, it depends on the people. It doesn't mean like bar girls is bad, but you need to accept the way that she need to work, how she make the money.
Yeah, it's very complicated.
And I'm sure you might want to pull her out from that
of course,
like being a bar girl and work something better.
It's very complicated because there's a few layers going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing is that if you date these girls, maybe you think that you have a connection, but maybe for her it's more of just a business relationship. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two is, even if she really likes you, even if you really like each other, it is very difficult to be in a relationship with someone in that kind of job because they're working almost every night. They're in the worst situations all the time. They're always drinking. They're always around other people drinking.
Try to make money as much as they could.
And they're always around foreigners that are trying to get something from them.
Of course.
So it's not a good environment for your girlfriend to be in, for sure. But the problem is, like, if you want to see her, you can't because she's working. And if she's not working at the bar, then someone has to pay the bills. So that has to be you. So I think that, like, even if you find someone where you guys really do like each other, it's just so tricky. That being said, I have a friend that met a bar girl 5 years ago, and from the first time they met, they really like each other, and they dated, and now they're married.
So she's still doing as
no,
not anymore.
And she kind of phased out of it over time.
Yeah, of course. I think if you want to date a bar girl, I think you kind of need to have money. You know what I mean? Like you really want to get her out of that like situation, because I think bar girls, they work so hard because they try to make money as much as they could. But yeah, so you might need to help her to find a better job. I think it might work when you get into a relationship.
Okay. And a lot of people are going to comment about this. Tell us all your bar girl stories down below, guys.
Yeah.
Let's hear them. Augustine says, what is the best place to have dinner with a girl? I'm from Argentina and I'm going to Bangkok in November.
I have a list.
Oh yeah? What are your good places?
For a dinner?
For a date, yeah.
For a date, first let's mention about rooftop first, because I think most of tourists or like people who just visit Thailand, Bangkok for the first time, they might Google it and then it show up Octave or could be Sirocco, Le Bois. But from my friend experience, because I'm not an expert, so I asked her which one she liked the most. She said more Octave because the food it's more of like mixed, and the view it's pretty similar to Sirocco, but Sirocco has more stunning view of the city. But the price,
Sirocco is extremely expensive.
Extremely
easily
expensive.
going to be 15,000 baht for two
So
people.
she said, if you want something similar to Sirocco, could be Octave. The view, it's nice. The food is pretty reasonable.
I agree. Octave is a good dinner date if you're willing to spend a little money.
Yeah.
It's not super, super expensive, but it's not cheap. I think that's a good
could be that
dinner
one.
place.
But also one thing, if it's not rooftop, my friend recommend Vaso Spanish Tapas Bar. Because if you're kind of a fun person, or if you want to do like, don't want to be awkward date, you can go to Spanish, this Vaso, because they do have some little activity kind of ice breaking you. You sit in the round table. Actually, they have a private zone, but you can sit in the round table. You can ring the bell, call El Macarena, just 999 baht, and then ring the bell. Everybody get the shot. So, and the stop on the table and dance, like everybody.
So it's a fun time.
It's a fun time, and it might be a good dinner for you.
Yeah.
If you don't know what to talk.
Yeah, because first date especially can be really, can sometimes be a little awkward because you don't know each other that well yet. So something like that is really good.
It's really help. And how about you? Any rooftop that you like for dinner?
I agree with what you're saying. But one thing I want to mention is not all Thai women will eat Western food.
Yes.
So that's one thing I would find out. Like, are you okay with Italian food or this? So
Sirocco Mall Mediterranean.
to be honest, I don't really. It's probably like something like that. It's definitely European or American.
Yeah, it's Mediterranean, but Octave it has also Thai, also like some cheese board. So I think it's kind of mixed.
So some restaurants do have Thai options, but if she's a girl, like again, if she's a girl that likes you and you're a Western guy, chances are she probably is okay with Western food. But some girls really don't like Western food. But I find that almost all Thai girls like Japanese food. So if you want to try Japanese, you can try that. Oh, you know where I like? I'm blanking on the name. The hibachi grill. Benihana. We have it in America. Okay, listen guys. I know you're going to criticize this. Benihana is a hibachi grill place or what is it called? Teppanyaki. It's where they do the food in front of you on the grill. In America, it's okay, but it's not like fancy. I went to the one here. It's in a hotel. I forgot which hotel. I put it here. It was so nice. It was beyond what I thought it would be. It was a very like high-so kind of hibachi experience. I don't know. I don't want to like make it sound so great, but it just was more than I was expecting.
Did they serve like this into your
Yeah,
table?
they do the whole thing. They do all kinds of things.
I think I kind of know. I don't remember the name.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like this particular one, this Benihana in Bangkok, actually they have 2 locations. It was particularly nice and I wasn't expecting it. So, and I'm sure like many Thai girls have never been to this kind of thing. Have you been there?
I need to know the name.
Yeah, the one where like it's Japanese and they cook in front of you.
Yeah,
and then you've been to that?
I think I've been. It's in the hotel, right?
Yeah.
I think that one.
Yeah,
What's the name?
Benihana.
Benihana.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and I also have some suggestions for dinner if you want to have like dinner with the riverside view with Chao Phraya River, but Thai. You can see Wat Arun Temple. My friend said you can go to Shom Arun. I have 3 places. Shom Arun, Supannika. I will send that to you.
Okay.
And the third one, Rong Road. So three restaurant is Thai. It's not that like authentic. It can be like a little fusion. But the most important thing is you can see the really good view of the Chao Phraya River. And the price, if compared to rooftop, is not that expensive. But it's better if you book in advance because you will get a nice table to see the sunset and to see the river. So I would recommend that if you want to go on a date and Thai food, like Thai girls still love Thai food. So it must be a good choice.
Okay, last question. DC asked, give me a good place to take out my Thai girlfriend for Valentine's Day. Not sure if I should do a Michelin star place.
Michelin star.
So I don't think you have to do a Michelin star place. Also, on Valentine's Day, it's a little tricky because almost every place has a set menu. And I don't always like that because sometimes I just want to order what I want to order. But as far as dinner, My recommendation for dinner would be Scarlet Rooftop or Wine Bar. I don't know the exact name, but Scarlet. And Scarlet is awesome for sunset because it faces west. So if you go around sunset time, they have an outdoor area and an indoor area. It's a really great place to eat. And if you want someplace to go after, I would recommend maybe going to like a jazz bar. Like I've been to the Bamboo Bar at the Mandarin Oriental Hotel. Again, I think this is the kind of thing that a lot of Thai girls never get to see. So it can be a cool experience if you check something like that out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me how I know.
And more experience. But but also my friend also suggests if you like maybe Italian and good wine, you can go to La Bottega. You know that one? La Bottega di Luca. It's in Sukhumvit, so it's not, you don't need to go like to the riverside like quite far. It's just Sukhumvit 49. It's Italian, and she said like the wine, it's so good, it tastes good, which I'm not a wine person, but she said that it's so good. But as I mentioned, like Michelin, you can go to Rong Rot. I mentioned already, it's you can see the river, the Wat Arun, but the decoration, the design, it's quite vintage. I think it's good for girl because you can have a really amazing photos when you go on a date or for Valentine days, and you have a sunset view, and it's Michelin guide as well. So check it out, Rong Rot.
All right, guys, that is enough questions for today. If you have more questions, drop them in the comments below. Follow us on Instagram to keep up to date when we're going to host the party for you guys. Subscribe to the One Night in Bangkok Clips channel. Find us on Apple and Spotify podcasts.
Subscribe.
Buy us a coffee down below if you thought this was helpful. And we will see you in the next one.